YNW Melly back in court today. His attorney saying the state has not given enough evidence to this point to keep him in jail, but prosecutors say they have proven plenty that shows he needs to remain behind.
Please don't you cry, I'm sorry, I just call, sometime I'll be home soon.
YNW Melly back in court today. His attorney saying the state has not given enough evidence to this point to keep him in jail, but prosecutors say they have proven plenty that shows he needs to remain behind bars. All don't you cry, I'm sorry, I just call, sometime I'll be home. Melly's worst nightmare became a reality when it was announced Melly's ex-girlfriend Mariah was arrested. While re-entering the country on January 26, she's been booked and detained in Miami County. She's expected not to receive a bond since the feds have been looking for her. She will be questioned on the witness tampering claims and what happened on the night of the crime. She is the key piece to solving the truth of what happened to sack chaser and juvie. Mariah Hamilton is spending her first day at the Brownwood County Jail. She has no arrest record until now. U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested her at Miami International Airport Monday. After she arrived on an international flight, court records show Hamilton was ordered to testify in Demon's first trial in 2023. The feds investigated Mariah's iCloud and noticed activity relating to Melly trying to tamper with her. If Melly is found guilty of witness tampering alone, he faces life in jail. Filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction. The feds have always wanted to question Mariah. Luckily for Melly, she agreed to leave the country for some time, but with her back she won't be able to stay quiet. We even heard from Juvie's dad and how he found out Melly was witness tampering with Mariah. There was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person and then that person. Like to me, they going through extreme measures, try to cover up and convince people not to testify like Mariah mom. They was using cold words like Rihanna, and they said rock his baby mom. And if found guilty, Melly will be sentenced to life inside of prison for the witness tampering charges alone. This didn't settle well for Melly cause he showed up in his last court date with his true emotions. He walked in looking very angry with no haircut. However, it changed when the judge started talking about releasing him from jail, because it was reported Melly has to make an informed decision about who he wants his lawyers. He's now been sitting in our jail for over 2,100 days. No, let me repeat myself. Mr. Diones has to make an informed decision about who he wants as lawyers. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So how long would you like to be able to make that decision? I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's up to the sheriff's office, but I can. As I said, I'm just asking for I'm asking for at least a day or two. Decide by tomorrow. I've also preserved all of tomorrow. Since February 2019 Melly has been stuck in jail, and over the years he's continued to be treated worse on the inside. With Melly's mother talking about it, my son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him. But if they have evidence of Melly's witness tampering being through the jail phones, that would be why he can't use them. But it still doesn't change the fact that Melly's mother feels heartbroken and helpless for her son. When you saw Melly's statement just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life as a mother, how did that make you feel? It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Brower Sheriff's office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules, and I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too. With Melly's case being so public, it's gotten a lot of media attention, which got Charleston White saying the YMWM, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Homie, oh homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a ___. thing about being mistreated when you done chose to play somebody. Even Boozy spoke on the stress Melly's mother Jamie King has been going through. She real bro, you know she real, she's stressed out. I heard she had a yeah she real, and I you know I reached my hand out to him cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him bro. I met his mom and she a good woman. On top of witness tampering charges, Borland's house was raided and they found papers with descriptions of what the jurors look like and where they were sitting in court, making it look like Borland and Melly were going to tamper with the jury. Melly's co-defendant YNW Borland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-count warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Long Crime Network states as follows: 1 about April 10, 2023 continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Curland Henry aka Borton, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues. The alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamal Demons aka YNW Melly. The dates and the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22, the same day. The warrant claims Portland allegedly tampered with a witness, which is extremely illegal and endangers the safety of the jurors. DJ Academics couldn't even believe they tried to do this to keep it real. This is sloppy. Portland, how the you going to have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Holy sh, like come the on, it's like doing and having the survey surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like come on bro, like that Rager crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD play. Like oh okay thank you brother, this can't be at your crib. With Melly getting more and more charges stacked on and the prosecutors having many delays over the years, it makes what Boozy said about the Fed seem true. Now they're putting even more charges on them, and then when they want you. I knew they wanted them bad when they waited for that law to get passed, so it be 84. Oh right, yeah, you know they waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial. Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years 3 years. Yeah, they could have been took you to trial. You're right, they waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you man, I just don't to see how he didn't get a bun after a missed TR. Yeah, that made me like god damn. Yeah, like after a missed TR that doesn't happen really. But in the last ditch effort to save a bond for Melly, his lawyers brought up how Melly texted Mariah during the crime and how his texts are supposed to reveal he was running away from men on the street. That would be the part me saying that someone just the car up and was trying to shoot them. So I asked him if he was okay where he was, and he's like there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like there's some, yeah there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like are you okay? He's like I'm okay. I said well where are Sack and Joey? And he said I don't know if they're in the car. I think they brought back up the fact that no firearm was ever found for the crime. So the first thing is I didn't have a, so I can't know which I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for dis-extermination because I don't know what was used. Okay, but this wasn't enough to get him out cause the prosecutors found the true motive behind the crime. Back in the day, King Von and Melly were close friends. A former O Block member shared how Melly went to King Vaughn to ask him how to deal with Sack Chaser and Juvie. Did Vaughn really tell you that? Melly told him that he was two friends. He ain't come out and say like we got it to our argument, and so you know if you know when people can say something without saying it. And so he told me like once I posted what I posted, he was mad at me. Bro, why you put there bro the B? I'm like you sitting up here like you know the love we got, you do this for us, but you going to trust that his two friends, and he said, was trying to extort him. And so I'm like if they was trying to extort him then why you still around him? Because Borland and Melly did the bulk of the work for the company, yet Sack Chaser and Juvie wanted to split the money equally in 4 ways. Melly didn't like that, so he asked King Von on what to do, and you can probably guess what he said. However, when you pair the motive with all the hard evidence against Melly, it doesn't look good for him at all, just like these messages found on his phone. After the crime happened, the PZ Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was I did that, and placed a smiley face. And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time, the YNW Melly count says what after that SHHHH, not to mention just the day.